Hello, 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 everybody. Happy Freedom Friday. It is April here from Offer HR and Business Solutions. I hope everybody is doing well. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Freedom Friday, everybody. How is your Friday so far? Is your Friday going well? I hope so. I certainly hope so. I am here with our Freedom Friday HR question. And I am dropping in to answer our Freedom Friday HR question, which is why is it important for businesses to transform their human resource management from um, administrative and operational to strategic. Okay, so that's our HR question. Why is it important for businesses to transform their HRM from administrative and operational to strategic as a business partner? And that's a great question. Okay, and this is important no matter the size. Let me tell you that no matter the size, if you are a micro business and you are growing, we had it's important that human resource management has a seat at the strategic table. Okay, so that their human resource management strategies and practices and procedures are tied into things like marketing, how your company is viewed, how are you attracting talent, okay, how are you retaining talent, how it, how um, in forms of in marketing, in finance, how are you again attracting a talent, retaining talent, how are you the all of these things are how you has a a direct correlation between with how you are attracting your clients and how you're servicing your clients. Okay, and so today I'm talking about five reasons why human resource man you need to businesses must transform their HR human resource management from um, operational, okay, to strategic. Okay, and so the first one is the most important: your talent. And talent is very competitive. That's one of your competitive advantages, is how you attract and retain talent. Okay, and so you can copy products, you can copy services or copy but in services, but you can't copy your people, those that are delivering your services. Okay, and so HR has to help build and protect that advantage, which is your people. Okay, number two is compliance is not optional. It is not an option. And compliance has to be a strategic HR function, which sees around corners at what's coming and prevents the scary lawsuits, the fines, and puts those strategies, those practices, and procedures in place to protect your business and your people and your customers. Okay, so that's number two. Number three is retention saves money. And we know HR has to be a strategic partner when it comes to retaining your top employees and attracting. Okay, HR is who has a say so on whether you have a revolving door of employees or not, because you know that revolving door is very expensive, and you are losing money if you're not retaining top talent. Okay, so it's up to HR to be strategic in creating the cultures where your people actually want to stay. Okay, so that's number three. Retention saves money. Number four is profitability is on the line. HR has to, good morning, good morning, good morning. HR has to be strategic, okay, in controlling things like high turnover, disengagement. Okay, these are things that are eating your profit. Okay, so that's where your HR is. They have to be strategic. Your HR business partner, your HR leader is in charge of making sure that you have a smart workforce planning in place and protecting your bottom line. Okay, so that's number four. Profitability is on the line. The fifth reason why businesses have to transform HR from operational to strategic is leaders need partners. Okay. And so business leaders don't need just reports filed, but your HR leaders are working with your finance leaders, your marketing leaders, right? All of your leaders are at the table together. So HR is not just pushing paper. Okay. They have to have a strategic role in how you attract talent, how you retain talent, how you protect your employees when it comes to compliance issues, labor employment laws that are changing, all of the things. Okay. Your leaders need to have insight and strategies. And so your partners have to help align your people to get with your big picture, with the goals that you have set in place for growing your business. Okay, so that's five reasons why HR has to be transformed from operational and administrative to being a strategic partner at the table. Okay, so now let's talk about five ways if you are not, if your HR does not have a strategic seat, a seat at the strategic table. How do you make this happen? How do you transform? How do you actually transform? Okay, so let's flip it around. Okay, how can businesses actually makes that transformation? Because you know when you're facing things like high time turnover, when you have a revolving doorway, when you have toxicity in your business, all right, when you have set the goals for what your business goals for 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, and you're not reaching those goals, right? So how do we switch it? How do we make that transformation? Here's five ways you can do that. Okay, these are five ways that you can do that right now. Okay, align your HR goals with your business goals. Stop tracking only the time that it's taking to fill your seats, but start asking, how is my hiring impacting revenue growth and client success? What's keeping, why is it taking so long? And why are we hiring and losing employees? That's internal. There you have to get to the root of that. What is what's the hindrance? Number two, use data, not gut feelings. KPIs, non-its performance indicators. HR data tells the stories. So use data. Okay, you have to use your HR metrics. Okay, who's leaving, who's staying, and what's costing you all of the money. Use your data. Okay, not gut feelings, not he say she say, not kudos, but actual data. It's very important. Just like data is used in marketing, it's deal in finance, use the data in HR. Okay, number three, automate the small stuff. Okay. That is very important. It saves you time, money, and headaches. And when you have automations in place, it keeps your HR from being buried in paperwork so that they have time to concentrate on leading, not administrative, not operational, but on the strategies that are going to help you grow, help you build. Okay. And so when you automate the small stuff, there's no room for strategy, no room. Because it streamlines everything. So you have the smaller tasks automated. So again, your HR is freed up to work on the bigger picture. Okay. So free them up from the small tasks, the administrative, the operational. Okay. Not everything, but the smaller tasks. It can be done. If you have questions about that, let me know. Number 4, build better leaders. Okay. HR managers they train managers on things: how to coach, how to engage, and aligning your employees with your vision. You know what that's called, right? Culture building, right? You want your HR to be able to concentrate things on matters and things such as: how can we retain top talent? What kind of trainings do we need in our business to build better leaders, team leaders, build better skill set, improve the culture, help our employees feel better about themselves and where they are? Okay. And number 5, give HR a seat at the table. Okay. Just like your finance, your marketing, your operations, HR must be at the table. Okay. Don't just invite them to a meeting for diversity, right? But actually listen to their workforce insights, because your HR should absolutely be looking at the data, letting their leaders know from the data what it looks like, what steps we need to make to get in the right direction. Okay. So, you know, the big takeaway here is HR is not just the administrative arm of your business. Yes, HR has some administrative tasks and operational tasks. Truth be told, every every manager, every leader has some administrative and operational. But you want them to be your strategic HR business partner. You want them to be at the table. You want them to bring the data to show you again where your workforce is, how your work planning strategies need to change to retain. You have, for example, Christmas is your busiest year, client demand. You need the right people on your team to know what strategies need to be taken, what policies, what procedures, all of the things. Okay, so it's very important, very, very, very important that your HR has is being being transformative in your business, not administrative, right? They're transforming your people. You want finance managers or whatever it's CFOs to transform your finances. You want your marketing directors to transform how you look to your clients, how you look when you're trying to attract the right clients. You need your HR to be able to transform how you are looking to the world when you're attracting talent? How are you retaining talent? What is your culture looking like? How does it feel? Okay. So that's why it's so important that your HR is transformed from being administrative and operational to being strategic and transformative. Okay. And so if you have questions about this in your business, be sure to DM me. Okay. DM me and let's have a conversation. Okay. I'd love to answer your questions for you. I'd love to do a free webinar for it, or a free consultation for it with you. Excuse me, so that you are able to see where you may be coming up short. Okay, so in doing so, I'm going to drop some links here for you, which is for a free 30-minute consultation. And let me know if you'd like to meet for a free 30-minute consultation. Now, let me tell you also that I have a free webinar that's coming up on October the 1st. And our webinar is Mastering Difficult Conversations. And so in that webinar, you'll learn the framework for approaching difficult conversations. You will learn the do's and don'ts to stay legal and protect your people and your business. And you'll learn how to walk away from difficult conversations, right, with a stronger understanding and with your employees listening better as opposed to toxicity and misunderstandings and miscommunication. And so we'll have that on Wednesday, October the 1st. I think that's Wednesday. That is Wednesday. And I'm going to drop that link also. And again, that's a free webinar. I'm going to drop the link in here for you. There you go. Oh, excuse me. All righty. And I'm going to drop the link for my free ebook. So I have a free ebook that I've written, and it is called From Conflict to Clarity, A Leader's Guide to Progressive Discipline, Respect, and Workplace Harmony. Okay. And that is a free ebook. We talk about what the cost of avoiding these difficult conversations. You learn about progressive discipline. You learn about the important different strategies for handling difficult conversations, and different strategies that you can do in your business right now to alleviate the toxicity that may be causing these difficult conversations in your business. Okay. And so I have dropped that down here as well. You know, I always have goodies for you. And I'm going to drop my compliance confidence, my free compliance confidence checklist. So if you want to know If you are, your compliance is, you're doing well with your compliance, you have the right things in order, the right, you know, if you're concerned about, you have some questions in your, in the back of your mind that you may be thinking of as to compliance issues, um, you want to download the free compliance checklist. Okay. And last but not least, we're in October. And so we getting ready. Ooh, where did the year go? I have no idea. None. Okay. I don't know where it went. But the mid-year check-in checklist, I'm gonna drop that in here for you too. Just in case you may have some questions, some reservations about things, HR things in your business. Okay. So join me October 1st, 11 a.m. The link is in the comments. And I'd love to have you. Great. We'll do some ebooks. It's going to be interactive. And I'd love to have you. You'll walk away with strategies that you can use now if you are experiencing difficult conversations, or when difficult conversations have to be had, how do you approach them? Okay. So that's what I have. I want you guys to have a fantastic weekend. I'm excited because my son is coming home for the weekend. This is his first time home after going away for college. So I'm kind of excited about that. I'm very excited about that, me and Jax. So, anyway, I want you to have a wonderful weekend. Go out and see some pumpkins and fall here. The cider mills are opening up. Fall is one of my, all of the seasons are my favorite. I think fall is one of my favorite. My mom loved the fall, the changing of the colors in the trees. And so go out and do something fun this weekend, okay? Have a wonderful weekend. Remember, business, don't let business can be like a circus. Don't let HR be the elephant in the room. And I want you to be safe and be kind. All right. I'll check you guys out tomorrow morning. And don't forget to register for the webinar. It's free. Come on over. Have a wonderful one, everyone. I'll check you guys out later. Take care.